Why are you asking?
Why aren't you answering? Oh my god, this is literally the cutest hat ever. Look at this little hat. Hey, do you want to help me? Do you want to help me for a thumbnail?
Give me your personal opinion. Give me your personal opinion.
Okay. Oh my.
Which one?
Wait! Everyone shut up 2 seconds. I'm listening to red. Okay, I like the blue hat better.
Should I get this?
Yeah?
This?
Hey, that's cool.
Or this?
The blue one. I like the blue one.
Oh, J-Man Curly! No way!
Oh my. Any snowman enjoyers here? Isn't he adorable?
He looks mega swag.
No, I'm not.
Thank you. Hey.
Yes.
Amazing.
Oh, Jesus!
It's a bit delayed.
It's tag lag.
Type in chat.
Me and the homies dealing with tag lag on a daily. On a stack, no
I'm just
cap.
gonna end stream.
Dealing with that lag. Yeah. It's because I'm here. My fat ass disrupts the internet connection.
Fat ass.
Oh, Jesus!
Alright, wait, what's your name?
Bro, what? Yeah, I bet there's a lot of tag lag.
Wait. B-R-A-D S-T-E-R
BR. For the 2 subs, I think.
Wait, B-R-A-D-S-T-E-R
VR.
VR. Is it Monkey G-Tag?
Yeah. 425.
403 subscribers. Damn, you have more than me.
Cause I started like in 2024.
Well, I started before you.
Barely any.
I started 2023. The email has been on YouTube for like 13 years, but I started 2023.
What about Ron? Okay, Ron's alive.
Wait, did he text you?
He was on 54 minutes ago. Okay, yeah, he's good. He's alive.
Okay.
Racing it too. I think everyone's coming for the new update.
I did.
Snowman enjoyers unite!
Are you the real gaming Curly?
Yes!
Oh, never mind. Don't worry. Never mind.
Oh, frick!
While that was fun and cold,
It's dark out?
this next video takes the danger level way higher.
My name's J-Man Curly, and today I'm going to be playing Gorilla Tag in the back of a moving vehicle.
I'm gonna grab a blanket real quick. A blanket.
Why? Life is full of amazing and mysterious things. I don't know why.
I am back. It was just right there. Hold on. I'm not falling asleep. I am just actually freezing cold. And how the hell did I get over here?
And why are you over there?
I don't know. And where did J-Man go?
Honestly, I think I might watch my phone because my phone has better.
Alright. I bought cheap Amazon. I'm gonna watch this.
Galbani mozzarella, with its freshness, its smooth and creamy texture, its delicious taste. Well, no need to talk about it. Just taste it.
I built my first ever streaming setup using only Amazon's budget gaming products to see if I could build a good streaming setup for super cheap. This right here is the streaming PC that's going to be powering this entire cheap streaming setup. And since this is a cheap streaming setup, you guys already know that this game PC is definitely not expensive at all. At only $300, I think it should still be a pretty decent PC for at least streaming, for both gaming and streaming. Let's go ahead and take this thing out of the box. And I did review this exact gaming PC not so long ago. And let me tell you, the PC is actually not too bad. Like, for only $300, me actually testing out gaming on this PC ran not too bad. Like, I think on Fortnite, we ran like a max FPS of about like 240 FPS, which definitely isn't bad for only $300. Now, obviously, you guys can see, this isn't like your typical gaming PC. This is a Dell Optiplex game PC I found, which basically doesn't have no RGB, doesn't have a glass panel, none of that, but it's low-key a sleeper game PC. Like, the specs inside are definitely still very good and definitely more than enough for streaming. Let me go ahead and actually open this thing up to show you guys, because if we're actually able to run 240 FPS on Fortnite pretty consistently, that would definitely still allow us to stream at least 1080p on like some decent settings. So taking a look inside, PC almost fell. You guys can see it does have a graphics card, which is the GTX 750 Ti. Definitely not the newest graphics card, but trust me, this thing will get the job done with a pretty decent performance coming from Fortnite. Not to mention the streaming. We also have 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM in here. So we do have a recommended amount of RAM to actually go for streaming as well. And I believe the CPU was an Intel Core i7. So this is definitely not bad of a PC to actually get started with streaming. We literally have all the equipment ready for this PC. I think handling streaming wouldn't be too bad. And if you guys thought this PC doesn't have any RGB, you would be wrong, because this front panel over here, once I actually turn it on, you guys are gonna see a little bit of RGB on this front panel. Nothing too crazy like those other gaming PCs, but for $300, this is definitely a really good PC to get started. Like, the aesthetics are decent, the specs are really good for its price. $300, this is definitely a good steal. So the first thing I have for the streaming setup is going to be the microphone. This being the Fifine AM8 dynamic microphone, which is actually super easy to use since it is just plug and play. And this microphone honestly is a pretty perfect size. And yeah, here it is. We have the microphone over here. And trust me, even though this thing is a pretty small mic, it still has amazing sound quality. So for streaming or anything like that, speaking into this microphone is still gonna have amazing audio. Now on the microphone, you guys can see we have a few functions. We have like the touch mute, so you guys can go ahead and press this to mute the microphone. We have volume controls for side tones like headphones, and obviously other features like adjusting the microphone's audio volume. So yeah, definitely very, very cool. I think this bottom area over here also lights up with RGB. I mean, on the pictures, you guys can see it does light up, which is very, very nice. Gives that extra glow for the streaming setup. Not to mention, you guys can go ahead and also take out the filter for this microphone, so you guys can go ahead, either keep it on or keep it off. And then we also have this base over here. For anyone who's not connecting this microphone to a boom arm, you guys can go ahead and just screw on this base. And then just like that, the microphone is literally just plug and play from there. Not to mention, this AM8 microphone also has an XLR port, so that you guys can go ahead and also adjust the audio further for streaming or even video editing. And for the streaming setup, I'm not gonna go ahead and actually use this base for this microphone. So what I do have is this really nice looking boom arm so that I can go ahead and connect it onto the desk, which is definitely much more helpful for streaming.
What the? What just happened? Are you watching my stream?
Not right now. I will in a second.
Hold on, go to my stream and just see what happened. I don't know what the hell just happened. Like, rewind it, because I don't know what happened. My hand tracking?
No, my intro. What? Not all the way at the beginning. What happened? What'd you see?
Just rewind it a bit.
12 hours of fresh breath starts here. Before using Crest Clean Mint Rinse My Morning Breath,
I built my first ever streaming setup using only $100. I think you guys can see it has a mute, so you get a boom arm. You guys can go ahead, microphone. this thing up, and then we're gonna go ahead and connect it to the microphone. Now this is perfect since it can be extended to 29 inches, allowing me more than enough space to actually move around with the microphone. Not to mention it is, once again, very easy to set up just like the microphone as well. And boom, just like that, literally took me about like 2 minutes to set up. And then all we gotta do now is just screw it in with the microphone, just like that, and we have the entire thing set up now for the streaming setup. You guys can see this boom arm is perfect since you guys can rotate it a ton. It can be adjusted up and down by 220 degrees. And then horizontally, we can go ahead and go with the full motion of 360 degrees. So we can go ahead and adjust this boom arm any way we like, match the streaming setup perfectly. Okay, so the next thing I have is the gaming headset. And I wanted something super comfortable for the streaming setup since I honestly haven't been a huge fan of streaming since usually the gaming headsets I use, they compress my head for way too long, making streaming super uncomfortable, which is why I went ahead and also got this Fifine H9 gaming headset, which right off the box actually feels super comfortable. It also has like this really cool smiling design on both the ears. But yeah, the audio coming from this headset is gonna be perfect for streaming since it has a 7.1 surround sound that just makes audio super crisp and clear, as well as having their 50mm drivers, allowing you guys to basically hear everything that's going on from streaming, from gaming, literally anything that goes through these headphones. Not to mention, this headset is perfect since it has a 3.5mm as well as a USB connector. So you guys can go ahead and connect this to a PC, PS4, PS5, literally anything. All right, let me go ahead and actually put on these headphones to really get a feel for it. And yeah, right off the bat, the cushioning from this headset's actually really soft. Basically provides me like this comfort where even in like long gaming sessions or like long streaming sessions, it doesn't feel like my head is being literally like fully compressed. It doesn't have like the heaviness that every other headset actually has. So it's super lightweight on my head, almost feels like there's nothing. And then not to mention, you guys can also connect the mic onto this headset, which is detachable. And I do really want to test out the headset's mic audio as well. And then the headset comes with even more stuff. And what we basically have here is a USB control box that you guys can see allows you to adjust the volume of the headset, the microphone, literally everything. Having a mute switch, so it's super convenient. And it's also super easy to connect just like that as well. So yeah, this headset's gonna be perfect. Allows you to actually stream for much longer. Also having amazing audio. Okay, now the last two things I need for the streaming setup is basically just the stream controller as well as the audio mixer. These are things that are gonna be working in the background, basically compatible with OBS, which is like the streaming software. So let me go ahead and first just start off with the stream controller. And what this basically does is just allows you to adjust your stream. So we can go ahead and adjust the scenes, add anything needed as well. Now there is also a software to download for this stream controller. But basically we have 15 keys on here and you can basically add anything onto these buttons, and with just one click, it basically activates it. So we can go ahead and add RGB, adjust the brightness of the stream, literally anything. And this thing is also super easy to set up. So it just makes OBS so much more convenient and so much easier to actually set up a stream. And anyone who streams knows a stream controller is super important for a stream since it just allows the stream to flow so much more smoothly. And same thing with the audio mixer. This thing is super important for the stream as well. What I have here is the Fifine SC3 audio mixer. It does have an XLR audio jack that basically brings out the best audio from XLR dynamic mic. And with this audio mixer, you guys can go ahead and simply just adjust the audio for your mic, your headphone, literally everything. And also has 48 volts of power, so literally any XLR mic will work with this. And with this audio mixer, it basically offers a range of audio enhancements with like voice effects, as well as 12 kind of tone settings. And not to mention, this audio mixer also does have RGBs. It also just adds a little bit of RGB to the setup as well. Okay, so now we have the keyboard as well as the mouse, both being super cheap peripherals once again. And they each cost only $20, which is extremely cheap. Yet these are still one of the best peripherals for that price. We first off have the gaming mouse, which this mouse is one of my favorite cheap mouse since it is coming from Logitech. And this right here is the Logitech G305. Everything about this mouse is perfect. I mean, the price, only $20. The weight of this mouse is also pretty lightweight. And then the shape is also a really good shape. It has really good grip for my hand. The only bad thing is it does take batteries. So once I go ahead and place the battery inside of this mouse, it does get a little bit heavier. It's nothing too crazy. Like it's probably a good 80 grams now. But still, this mouse is a really good mouse. Like, it has really good sensor. The switches are insanely fast on this mouse for only being $20. Logitech definitely has really cheap mouse while still being a really good performing mouse. So not only is this going to be a really good gaming mouse, it can go ahead and fit into the streaming setup as well. But overall, just a perfect mouse with amazing glide. And then the gaming keyboard, one of my favorite gaming keyboard brands, especially for their extremely cheap keyboard. This right here is the All-Win 68HE, which is kind of like a Wu-Tang clone, but it's one of the best Wu-Tang clones that you guys can buy. Not to mention, it does have magnetic switches, so it's really fast while also having a really